set a trap here.
I know, right? All it takes just to
Catch a Tony.
just to walk this step.
Top of the morning. I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Oh.
Hey, Conrad. Back on track, Hope?
Yeah.
That's good to know. What you looking for?
I need one that can get going.
Grab one then. I'll get you one.
Last week? Well, it's generally good, although
Yes, sir.
the bone doctor didn't
Hey, Jimbo.
any judgment about whether he's
Hello, sir. I was just listening to some good old music at home last night. I was listening to Dan Hickson's Hot Lights. Remember them? Dan Hickson's Hot Lights. Good music. You gotta Gotta make sure I'm in tune. In tune. Yeah, he's right there.
What's that? You need to sing. Well, you should.
Absolutely.
You should always sing.
You? Oh, yeah. What are we gonna sing?
You got a request? Yeah, let's do that.
Sure. Yeah, toward the back. Should be. Yep. Old devil.
We're a little early yet.
You got it.
Be a warm-up number.
All right. No, I always want to do more. We're going to do 15 in the new book.
You love her. She's my dear friend.
Old devil time, I'm gonna fool you now. Old devil time, you like to bring me down when I feel low. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Old devil pain, you often pin me down. You thought I'd cry and beg you for the end. At that very time, my lovers gathered round and helped me rise to fight you one more time. Old devil fear, you with your icy hands. Old devil fear, you'd like to freeze me cold when I'm afraid. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time. Old devil hate, I knew you long ago before I learned the poison in your breath. When I'm afraid, my lovers gather round No storm, no fire can ever beat us down. No wind that blows but carries us further on. And you fear, oh, lovers gather round, and we will rise to sing it one more time. Old devil time, I'm gonna fool you now. Old devil time, you like to bring me down when I feel low. My lovers gather round and help me rise to fight you one more time.
Yeah, very nice. Good choice. Good choice.
So do I.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want?
It's a good warm-up.
From
Testing.
the audience.
What's that?
Hey, Henry,
83.
I don't have, my mic is dead.
New
actually.
contributor.
No, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
my guitar. Testing. Okay,
Good
I'm
choice,
loud
good
now.
choice.
Thank you for requesting. That's what we do here.
Plugged in?
Yeah, no, it was the mic. It was.
That's my buddy.
Are you set my guitar then, John? You all right? I hear you. I mean, you have a person.
83.
83.
Woo! 83. Thank you.
What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine, leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. What have I to dread? What have I to fear? Leaning on the everlasting arms. I have blessed peace with my Lord so near. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Jim. Oh, how sweet to walk in this pilgrim way, leaning on the everlasting arms. Oh, how bright the path grows from day to day, leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning,
change places.
How about 82, right on the next page?
All right, McCreary isn't here, so he won't criticize my time.
Yeah, that's true.
It took me a long time to get where I'm at right now.
So we're on 82 here,
Easy
guys.
way now.
What's that?
Sing it the easy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, so can I actually. What page do we
My
mention?
life flows on in endless song. Above there's a lamentation. I hear the real, the far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear that music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest loudly roars? I hear the truth, it liveth. What though the darkness round me close? Songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is God of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? When tyrants tremble when they hear the bells of freedom ringing, when friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
Thank you. 145. 125. That is. Woo, Talking Heads.
Yes, sir. I bet. How many other churches do you think sing a Talking Heads song?
Dave Bruns? Yeah, probably none. It's okay. I love this one. I love this one. It's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Here where you are standing, dinosaurs to dance. The Indians told a story, now it has come to pass. The Indians had a legend, sacred centuries old. White men came and killed them, but they haven't really gone. We lived in a city of dreams. We drive on this highway of fire. If we awake and find it gone, remember this our favorite time. Germany and Europe and southern USA. They made this little town here that we live in to this day. The children of the white man saw Indians on TV. They heard about the legend, how their city was a dream. We live in the city of dreams, and we drive on this highway of fire. If we awake and find it gone, remember this our favorite time. The Indian wars are over, but still a part of you. If we can live together, the dream it might come true. Underneath the concrete, the dream is still alive. 100 million lifetimes, a dream that never dies. We live in a city of dreams, and we drive on this highway of fire. If we awake and find it gone, remember this our favorite time. We live in the city of dreams. We drive on this highway of fire. If we awake and find it gone, remember this our favorite time.
Requests? Requests? 21.
Are we gonna join the Masked Singers Award too? We're gonna send some the Masked Singer to that competition. Yeah, just the Masked Singer competition. Are we gonna join that? Good morning. You got here late,
21.
dude. Can you
Richard
see
Mebe.
this? Can you see this? You got glasses now?
No use crying, talking to a stranger, naming the sorrows you've seen.
Too many bad times, too many sad times. Nobody knows what you mean. Somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me. You would lose them.
I know how to use them, give them all to me. No use rambling, walking in the shadows, traveling a wandering star. No one beside you, no one to guide you. Nobody knows where you are. But if somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me, you would lose them. I don't know how to use no use roaming, walking by the roadside, seeking a satisfied mind. Too many highways, too many byways, and nobody's walking behind. But if somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me, you would lose them. I know how to use them. Give them all to me. You would lose them. I know how to use them. Give them all to me.
194.
There you go. Good,
You
good
might,
tune.
Don must know what this is. Yes. Oh,
yes,
Donnie
that's,
boy.
Mr. Don. Get yourself right up here.
Yep. Take a spot.
Gonna feed the dog and shovel the snow. Gonna make a birthday card for my buddy Joe. Gonna be prepared for what the day may bring. And after that, I'll do the next right thing. I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing. Then I'll do the next right thing. I'm gonna learn or make up some words to this song. Encourage you all to sing along. You got to open your mouth before you can sing. Consider it practice and learning how to do the next right thing. I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing. Then I'll do the next right thing. Don't do that. No, don't do that. I said don't do that. Don't do that. I said don't do that. Don't do that. 'Cause if you don't do that, you could do the next right thing. I'm gonna pay some bills and do the dishes. I'm gonna go to the deli and buy some knishes. Gonna drink from cool waters, let my thoughts take wing. And after that, I'll do the next right thing. I'll do the next right thing. I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing. Then I'll do the next right thing. I'm gonna read to my daughter and snuggle my wife. I'm gonna try to be good for the rest of my life. Then I'll laugh at myself as I'm remembering that all I really got to do is the next right thing. I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing.
Then what?
I'll do the next right thing.
Then I'll do the next right thing.
'Cause
you,
number?
Don.
Anybody?
Yeah.
'98.
Oh, yeah. Good old,
I hear 98.
directly
I hear
old
99.
98. All right. Some gospel music, thank
After
God.
we sing it,
yeah.
that's what it is.
Upbeat, baby.
Thank
upbeat.
God for gospel music.
Thank God for Doc and Merle. Thank you, Merle and Doc.
My pilgrim and a stranger traveling through this What was that?
I heard 154, Wicked Palace. Oh, 144, oh.
What is it?
164.
Yeah, we don't have the trio for a number.
We got Bringing in the Sheaves. 164?
I think, I don't know.
Let's see.
I
Do I
sure
know
hear
this
it better
song?
than mine.
Not very well.
We missed a song?
Laundry.
Only time for one more.
Yeah.
I don't know this one very well. We'll try it. Bringing in the sheep.
No,
I don't remember how the melody.
I don't
know
either.
the chorus.
yeah.
Song about a woman doing her laundry.
Bringing the sheets.
Sowing in the morning, sowing seeds of kindness, sowing in the noontime and the dewy eye, waiting for the harvest, and in time of reaping we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, sowing in the sunshine, sowing in the shadows, fearing neither clouds nor winter's chilly breeze. By and by the harvest and the labor ended, we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves. Going forth with weeping, sowing for the Master, though the loss sustained our spirit often grieves. When our weeping's over, He will bid us welcome. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves.
Welcome to Walker Church, where our mission is to nurture spirituality, build caring community, and work courageously for peace, justice, and mercy. Blessed be.
Sigh. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. I really would like to thank this morning the meditation group who nurtured me a lot, and also for the music singing this morning, which was very helpful. for my mood as well. And so now I'm going to sing the invocation, which I've used before. And if you know it, you can sing along, although I do change some words. But don't worry about that. Just sing whatever you want. Okay. Yeah. Try to sing it louder than me. Okay. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Well, there must be a God somewhere. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Well, there must be a God right here. Even in silence, I hear music in the air. Even in silence, I hear music everywhere. Even in silence, I hear music in the air. Well, I must be at home right here. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Over my head, I hear music everywhere. Over my head, I hear music in the air. Well, there must be, there's got to be, I know there is, I'm absolutely certain there's a God right here. Amen. Okay, Nancy, it's time for Lao Tzu.
You're one of Brian's favorite, but I think it bears repeating. It's number 20, Lao Tzu, from the translation by Witterbrenner. Leave off fine learning. End the nuisance of saying yes to this and perhaps to that. Distinctions with how little difference. Categorical this, categorical that. What slightest use are they? If one man leads, another must follow. How silly that is, and how false. Yet conventional people lead an easy life with all their feast days, a constant spring visit to the tall tower, while I am a simpleton, a do-nothing, not big enough yet to raise a hand, not grown enough to smile, a homeless, worthless waif. People of the world have a surplus of goods while I am left out, owning nothing. What a booby I must be, not to know my way around. What a fool! The average person is so crisp and so confident that I ought to be miserable, going on and on like the sea, drifting nowhere. All these people are making their mark in the world while I, pig-headed, awkward, different from the rest, am only a glorious infant still nursing at the breast. Five minutes of silence.
Okay. This is a poem by Padraig Otuama. There he is. Okay. This is in relation to what Dick is going to talk about today, I guess. The pedagogy of conflict. When I was a child, I learned to lie. When I was a child, my parents said that sometimes lives are protected by an undetected light lie of deception. When I was a child, I learned to lie. Now I am more than 25 and I'm alive because I've lied and I am lying still. Sometimes it's the only way of living. 2. When I was a child, I learned that I could stay alive by obeying certain rules. Let your anger cool before you blossom bruises on your brother's shoulder. Always show your manners at the table. Always keep the rules and never question. Never mention certain things to certain people. Never doubt the reasons behind legitimate aggression. If you compromise or humanize, you must still even out the score and never open up the door. Never open up the door. Never, never, never open up the blasted door. When I was a child, I learned that I could stay alive by obeying certain rules. Never open up the door. 3. When I was a child, I learned to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But these days I've been counting lives. So I count 1 life, 1 life, 1 life, 1 life, 1 life. Because each time is the first time that that life has been taken. Legitimate target has 16 letters and 1 long, abominable space between 2 dehumanizing words.
Announcements? Does anybody have one? Tony?
Sorry, there's going to be a storytelling event this afternoon called Salt of the Earth. We do spiritual stories once a month at Walker Church in the meditation room. And the other announcement I have is I'll be doing a reading from my memoirs on October 7th, which is a Friday, so I'll pass out some flyers.
Sounds good. Okay, I'm looking, Conrad is speaking next week, but after that, I could use a speaker for October 3rd. I think I have one for the 9th, and then after that, it's kind of open. So, you know, if you have an idea of something you'd like to talk about or a story you'd like to read us, or did you have an
I don't really have an announcement. I have a question. Actually, I have 2 interrelated questions. The first one is, how many of you think that it might be a good idea for Walker Church to have a holiday fair this year? If you think it's a good idea, raise your hand. A holiday fair, an art fair this year. So roughly, okay, so about 7 or 8 of you. Anybody online raising their hand, Henry? Can't really tell, huh? Okay, then the second part of it is those of you who think it's a good idea, or even those of you who don't, how many would be willing to put in, say, 5 hours of work toward doing it? Okay, about the same number of people. Okay, this hasn't been discussed at the board at all, but I'm planning on bringing it to the board next Saturday. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions in the meantime, let me know about the art fair. Let me know between now and next Saturday.
I think everybody is on board, but we're going to continue to have Monday morning coffee at our house until Diane can travel.
This is just a little update on the interim clergy search. Dan Johnson contacted the board this week to say that the larger Methodist cabinet has put someone forward for consideration, and the board will be meeting with that person on September 28th. So I would encourage folks to, if you have specific questions, thoughts that you want the board to ask that person on the 28th, folks who are part of the board could raise their hand, and I'd suggest reaching out to people on the board to voice those thoughts and questions to them.
All right. Cool. You have an announcement?
Well, coffee is on and ready if anybody wants to come on back and grab a cup. And there's some treats. You don't have to wait till after church.
This is innovative.
I didn't come through the board, but
Okay, I'm staggering here. What? Okay. I just saw one over here. Did you have an announcement?
Well, I was asking Kay if she delivered coffee to the seats.
That was an announcement.
Okay, that was a request. This is an announcement because I'm sitting next to my agent, Jennifer. In Matthews Park next Saturday, I'm playing music with Van Nixon from 11:30 to 12:30. I'm not sure what the deal is. It's probably a family-friendly event, I would guess, in Matthews Park. And then also, I'm in competition with Tony for the 7th of October at Galapagos. So I'm going to try to put that in. So anyway, so after you finish listening to Tony Reed, you can come over to Galapagos and have dinner.
Okay. Was there another announcement? We got it? All right. Well, then I'm going to give the microphone to Dick and let him take it away with his TED Talk.
All right. Thank
You can either use that or any of them on the stands. Okay.
Let's start out with the song.
yeah, there might not be enough copies, but the words are really special. I think they're really the perfect going back to school, being friends kind of song. So the White Stripes, if you watch this on YouTube, it's Jack and his sister. And it's just guitar, voice, and bass drum. And so, and here it is. So join in. Oh, okay, thanks. Here we go. Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and bells. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie, through the park and by the tree. We will rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves, festered on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime where we throw the ball, back to class, through the hall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed. Silly thoughts go through our head about the bugs and alphabet. When I wake tomorrow, I'll bet that you and I will walk together again. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yeah, nice song, huh? Thank you. All right, I've never done this before, so I got some notes. So, yeah, start out with music where I'm comfortable. And but the title of my TED Talk is Following the Rules equals less stress. And it works when you follow the rules, and it doesn't when you don't. So I looked up biblical readings, and there's not much. It's it's the golden rule, and we already know Matthew 7:12, and everything do to others what you would have them do to you, and Mark 12:31, love thy neighbor as yourself. And so I think Cheryl's poem was really good. So, and thanks, Cheryl. And so I was born September 2nd, 1955, Labor Day. Wasn't it everybody's Labor Day? And I was a oops baby. It wasn't planned. So my brother and sister are 7 and 5 years older than me. And so I have 3 boys myself, and our third boy was an oops baby too. So, and he turned out to be a great mistake. And I grew up in Caledonia, Minnesota. This is southeastern Minnesota, 9 miles from Iowa, 15 miles from Wisconsin, or 25, La Crosse. La Crosse is our big town. And that's where I went to college too. My dad and his brother Bob and Claude Danaher had a hardware store in Caledonia. There's 5 hardware stores, and at that time, you know, everybody could make a living. There's probably one lot now. So, but a lot of farmers. We served a lot of farmers, and always had a job. We had my uncle and dad owned Culligan, Skelgas, and a laundromat and the hardware store. So very ambitious, and we always had a job doing something, delivering Skelgas or Culligan, and it was great. Really bad pay. So 25 cents an hour we got started, and at the peak, we got $2 an hour. And so my dad said, if you don't like the pay, go somewhere else. And so growing up in a small town, it was just idyllic. You know, it was the baby boom, lots of kids to play with. We could throw together a baseball game, and you know, if you didn't find enough over in these few blocks, you'd go over these few blocks, and fishing. We had a trout stream down there, Beaver Creek State Park. You got to go there. It is a hidden gem. And then sledding at the golf course, and just building forts. We were always building a fort. And the first forts was like, well, it was kind of, there's already the walls because a ditch in a field. There's a pasture, and a hill came down. There's always the ditch, and we always building some kind of fort, and that was fun. That thinking about that fort reminded me of we used to do bird burials. And we were raised Catholic, so we get a scar box for the coffin from my cousin's grandfather, and put the bird in the box. The guy with the shovel would lead the procession. I don't know. I don't think we ever sang a song. It was very somber, very somber. Dig a hole, put the box in. I think we said a prayer or two. A lot of creativity going on. And so the highlight of growing up down there was my family. My dad had a hardware store, a boathouse. And every Sunday we'd go down to the boathouse. And does everybody know what a boathouse is? It's on barrels. It's not a houseboat. It's on barrels. And so in the springtime, my dad would have me put on some old shoes and my swimming trunks. And when the water's coming down, he wanted to make sure there's no barrels underneath the barrels so that the boathouse doesn't get jacked up when the water goes down. So he gives me a fishing pole, and I'm, in the water swiping, and it's really cold. And my dad's, I don't think I've ever seen him laugh so hard. Did you find anything, Dick? And my teeth were chattering. No. And so that was not fun. That was not fun. But we would jump into the boat, and with a cooler of good, popping beer, and go over to the sandbar. So has anybody ever been down to Brownsville on the river? So you got the bluffs, just gorgeous. Railroad, highway, then the river. Then over here in the middle were these, off the side of the main channel were sandbars, and they would dredge, and we'd have sandbars to play on. So volleyball in the sand, look for turtle eggs, clams, go clam digging. It was just ideal. I had a great childhood. And I gotta tell you the water skiing story about my cousin, Pat Danaher. We would go water skiing at night, like in the evening in the summer. The water's just glass, and we're just go down there. It's only 15 miles from Caledonia. And so we get there, and you're supposed to bring money for gas because it costs a lot of money to go water skiing. So, and my cousin Pat was extremely cheap. And and so McManaman and I would put in $10, $15, $20 for gas, and then Pat would, oh, I got a quarter here. And we were so fed up with it that Pat wanted to go up on the trick skis. So, you know, trick skis don't have any rudder, so you could do 360s, 180s and stuff. And so we got him up on the skis. Then McManaman says, crack the whip. Oh, so because we were so mad at him for not bringing any money. So throttle down, crank the wheel. He's flying across the water, and it's perfectly calm. And you know, the people that go into windmills, their mouth is going. Well, that's kind of what it looked like. And he hits the only wave in the river, and we counted how many somersaults before he even touched the water. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we were just, yeah. And this lady on the sandbar said, you could have killed him. And then McManaman said, we were trying to. So from that point on, he brought money. He's a flight surgeon and an anesthesiologist, still practicing in Montana. And I bet he's worth $2 million easily because he never married. Oh, right. So back to the river, just a few more things. We saw huge snapping turtles and really respected them because they could snap off your whole finger. And saw one laying eggs. It's like, wow, how cool. Bloop, 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 you know, and we were really close and didn't bother the turtle at all. Oh, the flood of 1965. I don't know if you're old enough to remember that, but it was huge. And with our boathouse, we were going down every day to check and make sure it didn't float away. Like some boathouses floated away. And so we'd see chunks of land going down the river. And one time there's a woodchuck on one. It's like a block, like a city block. And we just, see you later. Have a nice trip. And the force of water is just so amazing. And because we had the anchor, the boathouse, we had galvanized pipes 2-inch thick on each corner. And the power of the water bent the poles like this. And so we just straightened them out between 2 trees. I remember my brother sandbagging in La Crosse, Wisconsin. He also lived on a houseboat when he was dealing drugs. So he got into some trouble there. So we sold the boathouse after I went to college in La Crosse, and I was in the marching band. And in the band room, there's always like, okay, the Friday parties and Saturday parties. So we had a choice, 1, 2, or 3, and then you plan which one you're gonna go to, and then on Saturday. So I put a party at Dick's Boathouse, and a lot of people showed up. And so they're coming into the boathouse, and it starts sinking. And so, okay, everybody out of there, you know. So the party was on the railroad tracks, and they said, Dick, when's the next train coming on? And I thought it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, but 11 o'clock that night. Well, we're college kids pretty quick, even with a lot of beer, I guess. But guess what happened to the boathouse after that party? It got sold. So that was it. But we were pretty much done with it. And following the rules, when you're young and you have older brother and sister, especially like with a brother like mine, you learn to follow the rules. Because you go, oh, don't do that. Really don't do that. And so he just paved a huge highway for us. And but I was a good kid. Howard Krantz and I were saying last week, yeah, I was a good kid. Me too. And so I should thank my brother. And my sister, she didn't get spanked too much neither, but when you watch your brother and sister get spanked, you remember. So where am I? Oh, the only time I was spanked, my mom started laughing, saying, "I'm finally spanking you." So so the BB gun story, this kind of ties into it. Got a really good BB gun from the hardware store, and very accurate, which is important, because my brother had me hold a maple leaf. I'm like, he's gonna shoot it. Okay, whatever. And no, now face me. No, you're gonna shoot me in the head. Face me. No. And he's very persuasive. He's my older brother, so I face him, and what does he do? Bam! In the forehead. Mom. But thank God that it was accurate, because it could take it on an eye. And then I think this is the crowning point of my brother getting into trouble. Besides the drugs, him and his good buddy Terry Mark got in the car and drove around one night and shot out like 20 streetlights. So Dad had to pay for all that, and a lot of tension at home there. Well, I can't talk about my life without talking about music, and I was very fortunate to grow up in a small town, and I got piano lessons for 5 years, and then started saxophone lessons. We had an excellent band director, Alex Faber, and he got a whole bunch of us going, and really good bands. He just gave us the best music available. It was back in 1973 to 1972, 73. So 25/6/4, and Hush, Deep Purple, and so we went on tour as our jazz band with Alex Faber to different high schools, and we put on a concert, and we got standing ovations. So, and we made 2 recordings, and our band director put them out on a CD about 4 years ago, and listening to it again, I go, wow, you just like Steve Sheaver, his flute solos were so beautiful, and the drummer was just so good, and you just realize we really did have something special, and so really lucky to have him. And we had another band director, Dave Earp. Wasn't quite as good, but I played in his wedding band, and got a lot of experience with that. Went to college 25 miles away in La Crosse, and they had a really good marching band, and that year they were going to the Orange Bowl. So we marched in the Orange Bowl, and every year we would march in the Vikings halftime show. And my favorite story of that is my senior year, I really wanted to play our favorite song, Battle Hymn of the Republic, but ice was forming in my saxophone. So I'm chipping away at the, okay. And it was cloudy, overcast, yucky, cold day. And our band director is very emotional. And so he's up out there in the ladder, boom, 250 kids, huge marching band. And he's conducting, boom, 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 boom. And then right at the peak of the song, the sun comes beaming through. And he is, but it was way cool. It was really fun. And marched for Chicago Bears game, Denver Bronco game. So got on a plane for the first time, going down to Miami for the Orange Bowl. And when I saw the ocean, I made a conscious decision. Okay, I'm not going to be an introvert anymore. I'm going to be an extrovert. And it worked. So, and I have a friend of mine that did the same thing. We just being an introvert. I thought, it's kind of boring, you know. Always worried about everything. So that went behind. Looking at, I was going to get a degree. I do have a degree as a band director, but I go, oh gosh, I don't want to be stuck in some small town in Wisconsin, Cuba City or Spooner, and then I couldn't really play professionally. There'd be, unless I want to play in a polka band. And so I said, I'm going to go into music therapy. And then I can go work in any city, anywhere, you know. And so pursued that. And moved to the big city. So I spent 10 years working in nursing homes. Really bad pay. Our first music therapy class, we had an excellent teacher, and she had the Bee Gees, Staying Alive. Figure out what you're going to do after you get this degree, because you're not going to make enough money. They were, you know, so, well, I thought I'd just kind of start wrapping it up with the bands I've been in. So the We Three Quartet, there's 5 of us. We Three Quartet, but there's 5. This is my band director, Dave Earp, and we would play all these weddings, southeastern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa. Always had to drive a long ways, but $60 a gig. So back then that was good money. And then the UWL, University of Wisconsin lacrosse bands, really good bands, especially the jazz band. Moved up the Twin Cities in 1982. Played in the Oompah band, world famous Oompah band. But that was a stepping stone into Minneapolis. But then first band I joined up here was a ska band, Five Below, and it was so much fun. And didn't last that long, but then the next band was with my friend from Caledonia, Tom, and he wanted the name of the band the Lucky Ducks. It was really a bad choice of names because we were the unluckiest band I've ever been in. What first drummer we got was just an outright racist. So we changed drummers, and the next drummer we got, he didn't have any drums at the time because, well, later on he didn't have any drums because he had to buy a gun to protect his mom from her boyfriend. And so that was the Unlucky Ducks, really. Then I was in the Samson band. We were just a really good blues rock band. And then the Rockin' Pine Cones, might have heard of them. Dan Newton on accordion, and then sax and rubboard for me. And Lamont Cranston played saxophone for a year. Really a boring gig. Because you only get one solo a night. So that's it. So, but you got a fresh $100 bill at the end of every gig. So, yeah. Then next one was Jumbo Yaya, another Zydeco, New Orleans band, just really good songs. Prairie Home Companion, we were on there twice, pretty cool. And then Dick and Jane's Big Brass Band, we marched in the May Day Parade. And this is the longest band I've ever been in. But you ever hear the Fire Roast Mountain Boys? How many years?
2004. You do the math.
Wow. And now I play in a trio where I play accordion, sax, and clarinet, with a rhythm guitar player and a drummer, and we're called Dee and Company, and I'll let you know when we're playing. So, got to talk about, just mention my kids, some big news. My oldest boy is going to propose to his girlfriend of 5 years tonight. So, pretty excited. Well, for my closing song, I just thought, I always like playing Happy Trails. I hope I didn't go too long.
I don't know what time it is.
No, you're fine.
All right, thank you. Let's get in a circle. I don't know. What should we do? Yes, you would. That would be nice. You can pull something out of your song bag. Okay. Let's just start with our joys and concerns. Look at this. Carol has.
In my not so long ago years, I used to spend a couple of weeks a winter in Puerto Rico, and I just love the place dearly. And of course, Puerto Rico can't catch a break. You know, I mean, they've been beaten by every storm that's come through the Caribbean in the past decade, and now the Caribbean's about to get whipped again by another hurricane. So my heart goes out to those folks.
Joys or concerns? Thank you. Quiet group today.
Well, I got a few squash back there, so help yourself to some tomatoes and stuff.
Squash and tomatoes and stuff.
Well, this week Giovanni wasn't even able to call me, so I'm worried about him. He's in the hole.
He usually can call you from there.
Usually once a week you get a call.
Hi. Okay. All right, joys, concerns. Well, that was a joy that I heard from Henry, that we have a potential interim to talk to. And I don't know when, if we did get an interim, I don't know when that would begin. So I just would like to say that we do need speakers. And also I would like to begin, this is a joy, Christmas is coming. If you didn't think about it, I like to start Christmas planning in October. So if there's anybody that would like to be involved in planning a Christmas service, talk to me. We'll get together. That'd be fun. Okay. Birthdays today or this week. Alan? Okay. All right. Other birthdays? That's it?
But actually, I wanted to remind people if they want to send birthday wishes for Garmin. It's his birthday this week on Tuesday, and I had one last Tuesday, but we want to send birthday wishes to Greg Garmin, and then is it Rhonda that's going to put them together? Yeah, so. He's going to be 78, I think, right? Is that what she said? No, I think Greg is going to be 78.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got Greg
Is he here?
and Alan. Well, he might be on Zoom. We'll sing it for Greg.
Cheryl, Alan, that's old news.
You weren't here last Sunday.
Cheryl, Alan, and Greg. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Greg, Alan, and Cheryl. Happy birthday to you. This is number 20.
Can we announce that Karen's here?
When troubles surround us and evils come, the body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, He doesn't forget us. He sends us His love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends His pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Noah had drifted on the flood many days, he searched for land in various ways. Troubles he had some, but he wasn't forgotten. He sent him His love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends His pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Jesus went down to the water that day, He was baptized in the usual way. And when it was done, God bless her Son, she sent Him her love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. She sends her pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. One more time. On the wings of a snow white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. Shalom. Peace to you all.
Hi, Karen. It's so good to have you with us today. It's just good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry about your dad. I'm just glad you're with him.
Thank
But
you.
you take care.
I appreciate it. Goodbye, everyone.
What?
Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for being with us,
Bye-bye.
Karen. Yes,
Yes.
thinking of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.